Please.
Besides, Mama B, I mean, all indications are that Usumaye.
If I want to look into your face, I'll be struggling. You see.
Look at me. You were sending a message across.
I'm not sending the message to Mr. Aye. I'm not sending any message to Mr. Aye.
Whoever that may be. Well, welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Today, we're looking forward to a big conversation with the MD of ECG. They are taking steps to retrieve a lot of the money owed them, and that has implications for all of us, since we are the ones who are asked to pay the bills, of course. And how much we pay depends on a lot of things, including how efficient ECG can be in their collections. And so today we're having a conversation about that. They have a big push to collect some of their 5-point-something odd billion cedis that is owed them by MMDAs alone. That's crazy.
Well, apparently all of us.
Oh, is it all of us? All of us.
They owe a lot more.
5-point-something billion. Okay, but we don't know the amount that is held by the MMDAs alone. But we'll find out as much as we can about that, and their plans to retrieve all that money when they join us shortly, and we're expecting the MD himself. But in the meantime, lots to talk about, so stay exactly where you are. We'll be getting into it. President has announced, or has reported to the CID that they must look into the accusations made by Professor Frimpong Boateng, former Minister for Science, Technology, Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, that there are people currently at the Presidency involved in galamsey. We'll talk about that in just a moment. First, let me remind you, you need to give your eyes the best attention and care they deserve this year. Listen, don't play with your eyes. Go to our friends at Roberts and Sons Optical. They're in Adenta, Weja, Adabraka, Osu, Danko Circle, Tema, East Legon, Kumasi, and their brand new ultra-modern Koforidia branch. Go there for comprehensive eye care and 100% original and unbeatable eye products for children and adults. Also, listen, check out their state-of-the-art optical coherence tomography testing service. OCT, or retina damage detection scan. I need to do that often because of diabetes, and they're very, very good with it. Robert and Sons Optical provides services to members under all major private insurance schemes. So listen, take your insurance card, go out there and see what you can get. Call them on 050-151-9111 or 020-372-8545 for more information, or just go visit them online. It's robertandsonsoptical.com. They're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Robert Sons Ltd. Robert and Sons, seeing is believing. Visit Robert and Sons Optical today.
And we know that life is go, 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 and that it is hard to make time for the things that really count. So we won't let banking get in your way. ABSA says so. That's why with Access Digital Channels, you can bank when, where, and how you want. So you can focus on what or who is important to you. Banking has never been easier. Transfer funds into your savings account, pay your old school union dues and your DSTV subscription, and many more with a click on your phone. Get things done simply with Access Digital Channels. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Visit absa.com.gh for further details.
Mavi, did you and Raymond go to Lunch Avenue the last time?
Lunch Avenue actually brought lunch to us.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. So folks, you know what to do, right? Just write this number down, 0558 502 206. 0558-502-206 and have your lunch delivered at your doorstep. Enjoy the convenience of lunch order and delivery right at your doorstep from Lunch Avenue. With our quick and efficient services, you can have it hot, delicious, and healthy meals from Lunch Avenue in no time if you're located in Accra or Tema. So whether you're ordering for yourself or for a group, our lunch delivery is sure to make your lunch ordering easier. So don't wait. Order now by calling our order line 0558-502-206. Lunch Avenue, tasty, yummy, and healthy.
They brought the lunch to us. Raymond,
That's not the agreement. Our agreement was that you are taking me to the lunch service.
They are delivery service. So you want to go to their what? Their call center, or where do you want to go?
We are going to say somewhere so that we order the food. We're not sitting in the office.
So for Raymond, he wanted them to eat together. So he wanted them to meet.
Yes.
Then chatting will go alongside.
Romantic things. Come there, all the romance.
Anyway,
this is how the Daily Graphic reported it. Missing excavators. Police probe Frimpong Boateng's allegations. President Kufuor directed the Ghana Police Service to commence investigations into allegations made by a former Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Frimpong Boateng, concerning the engagement of some NPP bigwigs in illegal mining activities, popularly known as galamsey. The president gave the directive last week, and Daily Graphic checks indicate that the Special Investigations Unit of the CID has commenced investigations into the matter. So we all remember the allegations. Professor Frimpong Boateng claimed that the alleged missing excavator story was used against him by his own party and other government officials involved in galamsey as a weapon to remove him from office. He alleged that the loss of his position paved the way for some bigwigs in the party to continue their galamsey activities. So it's important to remember that during this interview, Frimpong Boateng said, and I quote, "There was an orchestration within the party and the government to get me out. And when I left, galamsey activities increased. Now things are coming up, and we know those who are doing galamsey, even within the party and even people at the Jubilee House." Okay, so I mean, for me, the interesting developments are two. The first one is that the president has taken some action. It took some time. I mean, Professor Frimpong Boateng gave this interview 2 weeks ago, and it was last week that the president took action. That's the first thing. The second thing is, what action did the president take? He reported it to the CID. That is also important, because this will not be the first time that the CID has investigated an accusation against a government official of being involved in galamsey. We all know what happened with Charles Bissiou. Charles Bissiou is currently being tried by the special prosecutor, but he has already been cleared by the police. The CID investigated and said there's no case. He was cleared. So in fact, Charles Bissiou is currently using that in his case against the special prosecutor. He is saying that the police has cleared him, so this matter should really not be continuing in court. Okay, and then the president has reported this one, or has asked the CID to look into this one too. The president himself in the past has done this, has had to call on the police to investigate other matters. Kwesi Nyantichi was referred to the police. Charles Edubuahin was referred to the police. What has happened to those cases?
It's an interesting guess. Kojo, let me go to the matter that we are talking about here, especially what the Prof has said. It was in 2020 that Prof himself said they could not find some excavators. He, the chairman of the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, is the one who said it. This was later corroborated by other institutions. In fact, somewhere in October 2020, the police issued a statement that they had arrested 6 persons in connection, some of them from the central region, including people purported to be MPP bigwigs, in connection with the missing excavator saga. Listen, Minister said some were missing. They did not know the whereabouts of some of the excavators. 2, and these excavators that have been retrieved from illegal mining sites. 2, the police had issued a statement that arrested 6 people in connection with missing excavators. Let's not get it wrong, so that we don't dismiss the fact that there were any excavators in this conversation in the first place, because that was never in doubt. Now, on 30th of February 2021, the Minister for National Security, Albert Kandapa, said in an interview that government will unravel the whereabouts of the missing excavators. Again, no doubt about there being missing excavators. The latest commentary on the matter is the current Lands and Natural Resources Minister, who said his information is that they were not up to 500, but still there were missing excavators. So right from the beginning, there have not been any doubt about missing excavators. If today we are saying we cannot trace them and want the matter to lie, and we want us to forget about the matter, I can say it that way, but that's not the matter in dispute at all. Now, moving it forward, we had Professor Frimpong Boateng in charge of this team for some time, and he was replaced. You remember that recording, right? The party here got recorded because of what was said at the time. That was, to some people, the indication that there was a lot of things wrong with those at the helm of affairs. Then we were told it was being investigated. That's all that we were told. Then later on, a secretary to some form of a reform committee to deal with illegal mining. That's when Charles Bisu's matter also came up. Beyond Charles Bisu, there has been allegations about ministers in the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. There has been allegations about ministers in regions. The latest conversation about excavators, you remember the Lembele matter? Where police was fighting a DC, the guy who chairs the district, what they call the security committee, and they even arrested him and put him before court. I don't know where the cases were because of a missing excavator. They said was being rerouted somewhere, and he said he was intervening so that it will not be stolen. That is what happened. So the conversation about excavators has been very interesting, and it actually outlines how we have dealt with the fight against galamsey in this country. Fast forward to what we are having now. If Prof, by any indication, and we said it in the interview, if you listen to him carefully, he was peeved because people made it look like he was the one doing the galamsey, and he feels that all of these things were orchestrated to get him out of there because he was a stumbling block. There's some truth to what the Prof is also saying. We cannot dismiss. Since he left office, instead of going down, galamsey has been on the uptick. We know that, right? We have been reporting that. We've been complaining. In fact, to Erastus, the energy with which we are doing galamsey now, we are so brazen, we are so open about it, that if you pretend you don't know where galamsey is happening, you might be living under a rock. Let's push it forward to the time that we were even told recently that Minister Jenapo was going to revamp and take up the fight seriously. This is when we went to do the Kumasi engagement. Then we did our Accra engagement. Chiefs and the other people came on board and they sat on the same table. It didn't stop anything. I remember when I interviewed the then Deputy Minister George Kuduka, what he said was that this month of March, from last year, that's what he said, all water bodies will be cleared. The evidence we have seen just a couple of weeks ago when they introduced that estuary picture is that the water bodies are still heavily polluted because we only do press conferences and pretend to be fighting galamsey, and we know that for sure. The latest we also did was to create a certain new military unit and pretend that they were going to be the ones fighting the galamsey, when we've been told that that joint police military, we even went to inaugurate one. Remember Vanguard, you remember we went to do military place there. Oh, we are all part of the people who were very excited that for the first time we're having a very solid team on the ground. All of those operations, right from the units of any time, they've not yielded the results that they are supposed to yield. It's because at the core of it, the people with the power to stop it are not stopping it. Be it chiefs. In fact, there was a national security report, if you recall, which indicated that from chiefs, MPs, and sometimes there was some part in the north where an MP, former MP also, was actively involved. In fact, they named him in the report. Some chiefs were named in the report. Prominent chiefs, not sub chiefs, not small chiefs, anyway, they were named in the report. It names people who own big businesses. One of the seminal moments in the fight against galamsey, we all know, is the Akonta episode, where for the first time a very ingenious and wonderful way of collecting or investigation was introduced to us. Burn everything on the ground and still say you're investigating the matter. Up to today, nobody has been put before court on it because we went ahead to go and destroy. In fact, we asked some of the machines to leave. We lied them away and relocated them, but the rest of everything that shows that there was illegal mining happening there was set on fire. That was the kind of investigation we're talking about. So you have to be very naive. And there's an expression, I could sell you a bridge over Boston, for you to believe that we are serious about the fight against galamsey.
So yes, we are happy that the president, and once again, even the police, they are doing things on their own, they do it very well. But see, when they're asked to do some things, it's as if they don't like taking instructions. They do it anyhow. And the examples are there. If the police truly, like the police on their own, went to arrest the people who are suspected to be involved in the killing of the man who turned out later to be a soldier in Ashaman. If the police want to do and deliver justice, they will do it. But the evidence also suggests that the way galamsey goes to the core of matters. I know, like I'm telling this story because I know a military man who was called by a deputy minister to stop. This is a long time ago. To stop the arrest of galamsey people. He was livid that he, a senior military officer, cannot take instruction from a deputy minister, and that's not a chain of command. But it tells you the extent to which we ourselves have put people in position who are actively involved. So Prof is saying it because he's out of government and he has very little to lose now. Yes, ungagged is the word they use for it. But at the core of it, Kojo, unless the people at the helm of affairs say they want to fix this, it's a big lie. And they don't have to say it with their mouth. They have to show evidence of it. Because we have deployed drones. Now the drones, we don't know where they are again. We have deployed drones. The last time I heard, say we are going to use watercrafts or the water bodies to protect them. I don't know if they are still there, but the water bodies are being polluted. So why are the watercrafts or the water bodies?
They were going to unleash heavy artillery to fire at these Shangfang and destroy them from the skies. Yeah, they sent videos all around. I know the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources had a press conference where they showed videos of helicopter gunships or whatever they are firing on Shangfang in the water, like something out of Rambo 3. Yet here we are.
So let's examine what Prof said again. He mentions people within the party.
Yeah.
And I guess he's referring to the NPP.
Yeah.
And people at the Jubilee House. What would police need to nail these people? Talking about. Would they be able to do a good job, a thorough job, so that we can find those people and deal with them? Because illegal mining, galamsey is illegal. So if you're involved in an illegal activity, you should be dealt with. I don't know how far this can go really, and I guess I have said it before, the police will have to surprise me on this one.
Well, the police could surprise you, but the reality is this. First of all, what Prof says is something I'm sure all of us here knew. And we've said it here before, that if these galamseyers did not have backing, they can. That if these galamseyers did not have backing, they can. I mean, they can't do the sort of things they do. And the backing is not just from anywhere. It's sometimes and so a ruling party, and you saw it, for instance, listen to this carefully. Whenever we're building up to an election, you have one side touting, it's mechanisms in fighting illegal mining, but it just doesn't say that we're fighting illegal mining, but it tells you how it is trying to make